Happy Friday, family. Pastor Kim here, just in case you hadn't recognized me yet. Anyway, it's May 31st. Tomorrow is June 1st. And so I thought I'd come on and just remind you all that Youth Month is coming. And I want us all to get excited about Youth Month, about being a blessing to our children, allowing our children to see that we love them, that we appreciate them, and just putting a smile on their face. So let's get excited about that. Thank you to all who were obedient and given at least $20. We had some who went over and beyond. And so thank you so much. We didn't quite reach 30. And so if you have not, it's not too late to go ahead and be obedient and give the 20. It wasn't about fundraising or getting to a certain amount. I think it got out, and I think we talked about it before, how people thought that once we reached $600 that we had enough money. That it wasn't about that. It was about being obedient. And so I'm very appreciative to those who just were obedient, and again to those who went over and beyond. We got an exciting Youth Month plan for them on the first Sunday, which is this Sunday. They will have a pancake breakfast where the adults will serve the children. They will sit down and we will serve them with a smile. Amen. And I'd like to say thank you to those who volunteer to make sure that happened. So let's bring the children out. In fact, bring the children out all month. We're celebrating them. And so the first Sunday is a pancake breakfast. And then the second Sunday, they will be in charge of the service. They will sing. And then we have a youth who will be the speaker. Speaking of singing, they'll meet on Saturday, June 8th at 2 o'clock for a rehearsal. Parents, please bring the children out so that they can rehearse and be prepared. The song is Awesome God, and I believe everyone has a copy of it. But listen, if they don't want to sing, don't make them, because they won't cooperate if they don't want to. I'd really love to see all of the youth come on out and participate. So that's Saturday, June 8th at 2 o'clock. I'm pretty sure that's when it is, but if it's not, then they'll correct me on Sunday. Third Sunday is Father's Day and outreach, and then the fourth Sunday we'll go bowling right after. We'll take them bowling right after the morning worship. Parents, if you know that your child won't be in attendance on the fourth Sunday, please let us know as soon as possible, because we're going to go ahead and make those reservations now and pay for it. So if they're not going to be there, we don't want to pay for them to be there. So let me know as soon as possible. And then on the fifth Sunday, we'll take the children out and let them participate in outreach, begin training them how to do outreach. And then once that's over, they'll come back to the church and have a pizza party. So we have a lot planned for them. Again, I'd like to ask that you get excited about it. Just be excited. The only other thing I want to say is we begin praying on Sundays at 9:15, and it would be nice if everyone would get there at least by 9:12. And when you come in quietly. People are meditating, people are praying, people are worshiping, people are preparing for the worship experience. And so don't come in making a lot of noise, okay? And if you can't get there by 9:30, which is when we go live, I'm going to ask that you enter in through the back door and try and find a seat on the other side, because lately we've been having a lot of heads in the live stream, and people are beginning to let us know. They're critiquing us, saying, what's going on? We seen a whole lot of heads walking. And so let's be respectful of the camera when the camera is on. I'm going to do my leg level best to get down there before Sunday to move the camera. But if I don't, let's just keep that in mind, okay? And I think that's pretty much,
interrupt this program with a special report. The governor has declared a state of emergency for all of California. Currently, there is no power, cell phone, or internet service. The banks and gas stations are closed. There will be grocery stores open during daylight hours only, and calculators will be used to total purchase items on a cash only basis. I say again, cash only basis. Folks, the lines are already blocks and blocks long.
A bit dramatic, you think? Not really. Only, only in the sense that if it happened or if we were experiencing a power outage, they would not be able to notify us. But more and more, we're hearing that the United States will be attacked in some sort of way where we'll experience a power outage. There will be no internet service, no cell phone, or any of that. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. I mean, you can be one of those people if you want to, but in our life prep on Sunday, we talked about this. And, I said then that it's better to be prepared and not need to than to need to be and not be prepared. And so it's important that we be prepared. And we talked about it Sunday, and I said, I'm being led to go ahead and share it with the entire church family so that at least we know. All right, Noah. God told Noah to build an ark and tell the people that it's going to rain. And he did so, and many didn't believe him. And so when it started to rain, they came knocking, trying to get in, and it was too late. And so I'm just saying, it could happen, and we should be prepared. Okay, so I want to share a slide presentation with you, and hopefully, we'll get something out of it. And if not, we don't. But I'm doing my part. I love you all, and I want us to be prepared. For the just in case. Okay. So the first question that we want to ask is, are you ready? Are you ready? If it were to happen, are we ready for whatever? And so the first thing we need to do is to check our inventory in our own homes. Do we have what it takes to be able to survive for 2 or 3 days without power? What do we have? We have enough food. We have enough. Take around and look. Make a list of what you do have, and then after you make a list, then make another list of what you need, and then make it your priority to go out and get what it is that you need. We do have some suggestions for us to make sure that we have. You don't have to follow them; they're just suggestions. And the first thing is to make sure that we have non-perishable food items. And I suggest we get things that have a pop top. But if it doesn't have a pop top, then make sure you have a manual can opener. Just things that you can eat. Um, that's going to be around. Those are just some suggestions. The crackers and the bread and the peanut butter and the jelly and the tunas and whatever else that's non-perishable. Just make sure that you have enough to take care of the number of people in your family. All right. The next thing is water. Now, I said it's, possible power outage, but we don't know what all that entails. All right. So it's always good to have water. And I'm not saying go buy the stores out, and stock your shelves, with only water. That's not what I'm saying. But do have some water on hand. And, for any natural disaster or anything, we need water. And enough water. If we don't have access to water, we need to be able to, wash our faces and, brush our teeth and, even flush the toilet stool. All right. So it's good to have water, extra water on hand. Next thing is an ice chest. If we're not going to have power, then eventually everything in the refrigerator is going to start going bad. And so an ice chest is good. to put items in the ice chest, and maybe even put frozen vegetables or whatever on top of whatever you're trying to preserve. It's one way. Someone else said that they heard that you can put items in a washing machine and close the lid and it'll keep. But it's just a suggestion. Um, then flashlights and batteries. You need lights. You need batteries. Lanterns are good. Candles are good. Um, just to be prepared. Next is paper goods. The famous toilet paper. I mean, I don't know that you need all of that, but at least you be sure that we have some on hand, and paper towels and white paper plates. Well, so that we can just throw away whatever it is that we eat on, and we don't have to worry about washing dishes and that type thing. Okay. Um, Make sure that you have all of your prescriptions filled. Don't wait till the last minute to fill your prescriptions. All right, get your prescriptions right before they're getting ready to run out, and whatever other items that you may take on a daily basis, vitamins or whatever else. Make sure that you have those things on hand. First aid kit, we never know. Just have one on hand. We need those on hand anyway. Um, Propane stoves, those are good if you may get tired of having cold food or whatever, and it's not that expensive. Home Depot has one of the small one eye stoves. I think it's like $34.95 or something like that, and then you have to purchase the fuel or whatever. But those are just things that we can have so that we can have hot meals if necessary. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Um, 2-3 days is a long time to go without TV, internet, and all of that other stuff. And I don't know, some of us may need to start practicing doing without it now, because I'd hate to see anybody, go into cardiac arrest. I'm sorry, I moved that too fast. Um, because we can't, access the internet or use our phones or whatever. So a Bible, we need a Bible anyway, whether the power goes on or off. We need the written word of God. Crossword puzzles, games, regular puzzles. Some things to just have on hand to keep us busy. Idle mind is the devil's workshop, and so would like to try to be less idle as possible. Again, these are only suggestions. Um, uh, Gas in the car. Try to keep at least a half a tank. A quarter, three-fourths tank gas, because we don't know. We don't know if an emergency is going to happen. I know some of us like to, or maybe not like to, but we tend to let the gas hand go closer to E before we stop at the gas station. But that's not we shouldn't do that, because an emergency can happen at any time. Cash. All right, if the power goes out, we won't have access to ATM machines, and we need cash in case we have to go to the store. Get you a lockbox and put it in the lockbox so that you won't mess with it or be tempted to mess with it. Okay. Yeah, we need cash. We need cash. Okay. Um, and then designate a place to store all of your items. No touch zone. Put the stuff there and don't touch it. Maybe every 6 months or so you can, replenish it, or do away with what you have and put new in there or whatever. But just make sure that is there. Okay. Um, that's what I have. That's what I have. Um, Again, it's just these are just suggestions. You don't have to. Um, but as I said to them on uh, Sunday, it's my job to just inform you. All right, and it's up to you whether you believe it or not, or respond to it or not. But I am going to say, all right, just like Noah, I put it out there now. If it happens, my door is closed. I had to throw it there. Y'all better listen to Noah. All right, and be prepared. All right, I'll be prepared for the two people in my house. Everybody needs to be prepared. And then it just makes sense, if something like that happens, to stay at home. Why would you leave your home and leave it open to, people coming in and looting and whatever else, because if there's no power, then your alarm systems and everything else it's not working. And so stay home and protect your property. Okay. I thank you guys for listening, if you're still listening. And I do want to ask that, because this video is going to be sent out with a private link to it. Okay. And so only if you have a link, you can open it. And I don't mind you sharing it with your family and friends, but please let me know if you're going to share it with your family and friends, because if you're going to do that, then I'll take out the beginning part that talks about Help Somebody Ministries only, and just give the informative part. Okay, so let me know. All right. God bless you all. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and let's have a great Youth Sunday one. All right. Love y'all.